The Scarlet Speedster films are very underrated. Okay, maybe just the first one. But Andrew Garfield is a solid Wally West. He's so charming, and honestly, he's probably the funniest person to play the Flash. Emma Stone is literally perfect as Linda Park. The romance in these two films is honestly so cute and well written, you could have just cut it out and make it a separate film. The comedy and action's great, and I love the scenes where the Flash takes off his mask and he gives it to a kid to encourage him, or starts geeking out when the one kid makes the turbine. Honestly, probably my favorite Jack Kirby cameo in any of these DC films. But it falls short around the villains, like Gorilla Grodd. It's like his body looks fine, but then this overly humanoid face is just no. His plan to turn Central City into gorilla people with yet another beam in the sky that was common at the time. And also, I don't like the Flash suit in this film. It looks like they tried to distance themselves too much to Tobey Maguire films by making his suit just weirdly detailed. Especially the mask is just like, why? In the sequel, he gets just a classic Flash suit, but this movie is also a lot worse. There's just so much set up to a film series that never happened in this film. Like it turning out this universe's Barry Allen found out about the Speed Force, but then Star Labs wanted to weaponize it and he was whacked. Some shadowy dude just walking around acting like he's important, all mysterious like. And they try so bad to set up a Rogues film with we seeing Captain Cold and Heatwave's guns in the background. Some guy just takes over Star Labs, I barely know who he is, away from Eddie Barthon. Blacksmith makes a cameo that you probably blinked and didn't even realize it was her. And then the actual main villains of the film is Weather Wizard, who's almost there. Like, Jamie Foxx is a really talented and funny actor, but they give him just so basic of a nerd who wants to stand out, and then when he does stand out, he gets overshadowed and he's upset. Plot. Not like Mirror Master and the Toby films, they didn't like try and reason with him and apologize for overshadowing it. They just kill him. Dan DeHaan as Eddie Barthon is weird. He's clearly a way worse actor than Andrew Garfield, and they act like they're best friends despite not at all being referenced in the last film. And like Eddie in the Maguire films, we just speedrun his villain arc, and he gets injected with the negative speed force, and this design is fucking awful. Revealed in the last 20 minutes, and we're doing the Linda death. You know, one of the most important deaths in all of comic books. The end of the Silver Age. The death of a main character, and reveal that Zoom was the Flash's best friend. An arc that was built up for years and was such a controversial decision this led to Stan Lee leaving DC. And here they just make Eddie Zoom last second and do it, with no build up whatsoever. And speaking of, King Shark is in this movie, and he's a big mech suit. I don't entirely hate this decision, but But it was cool seeing the kid from earlier dressed like the Flash show up. This is definitely the worst of the live-action Flash movies, and yeah, I am glad that eventually Sony just settled and gave the rights back to Disney. But there are a lot of good elements in these films, even if it is a little buried. Too bad Sony didn't really get the message and kept making Flash-related movies without the Flash in them for stupid-ass reasons. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below, as well as hitting that like button and subscribing.